It took me forever to figure out an outfit, so this is just kind of what you're left with. My jean jacket and a plain gray t-shirt, because I can't figure out what to wear today. I figured, because I have so many books, definitely not as many as some people, but I have so many books, and I have a lot of books that I just am never going to read, or that I have read and really hated. So I figured that I would do just like a little unhauling video. I remember those were like really popular like a few years ago on BookTube, like everyone was unhauling books, and so I figured I would do that as well, mostly because I kind of need to. I don't know what I'm gonna do with these books. I might just donate them either to the library or to Goodwill or something, but they need to leave my room. They need to go away and find a new home, because I'm sure other people will like them way more than I do. Okay. Struggling with the books. Here we go. Here are the books that I have in my little pile. There are quite a few. Again, struggling. So I'm just gonna go through them really quick and kind of give you guys my feelings on them and like a little, yeah. So the first book that I have that I'm going to unhaul is All That Glows by Ryan Groudon. I got this book like maybe 4 years ago. Like, it's been so long since I've gotten this book. I got this off of Amazon. And this is basically a fantasy book. I think it might be urban fantasy, kind of. It's about fairies, and sort of like the fairies are kind of like almost fairy godmothers to people, to like humans. And I think she's like assigned to a human, but you can't let them see you, and you just kind of have to help from a distance. I don't know. I read a little bit of this book. I'm on page 54, and I just don't think I'm ever gonna get done with this. I'm never gonna read it. I'm just not interested in it anymore, and I read some of it, and it's good, but it's a little childish, and so I'm just like, nah. So the next book is really unfortunate, because I really wanted to like this book, and I really like this author's other book, and it is Since You've Been Gone by Morgan Matson. Morgan Matson wrote one of my favorite books of all time, which is Amy and Roger's Epic Detour. So I was really excited when I saw this, and I had wanted it for like months before I got it. And basically it's about this girl, and her friend disappears like out of nowhere for no reason. She doesn't tell her where she's going, and she leaves her this list of things to do over the summer. And so it's such an interesting premise, and I really, really, really wanted to like it, and I liked the characters, and I liked the plot, and the writing is good, but I don't know what it was, but for some reason I just couldn't get into the book. I didn't want to finish it. Like, I'm about a little less than halfway through, and I've been reading this book off and on for maybe 2 years, which kind of sucks. And I'm really disappointed, because I love Amy and Roger's Epic Detour. Oh, Jennifer Niven just liked one of my tweets. Awesome. I just got a notification. But anyway, unfortunately, this is not my cup of tea. I really wish I would have liked it. But, oh, she tweeted me back. She said, thank you so much. Aw, Jennifer Niven. She wrote one of my favorite books this year, which was Holding Up the Universe. Oh my freaking God. Read that book by Jennifer Niven. Do it right now. So good. Anyway, the next book I have is Beta by Rachel Kahn, and I've never heard anyone talk about this book, like, ever. I read this for the first time on my Kindle, or I think it was my brother's Kindle or something like that, and I really, really liked it. I liked the first 2 chapters that I read, because it was like a free sample. And so I ended up getting this book off of Amazon. I'm on page 116, which isn't that bad, but it's still not even halfway through, and it's just kind of boring. Like, it's about this girl named Alicia, and like her entire like little world has these betas, or robots or whatever, that are like humans, and she's a beta, and normally the robots are like adults, but she's the first teenage robot, and you know, it's a good book, it's written really well, but I'm just like, I couldn't get into it. Like, I couldn't empathize with her because she's a robot, and she didn't really have that much emotion, and like, she was basically just like how do you say that? She's just like a monotone narrator, just like narrating this thing, and I'm just like, there is really no point. So gotta say goodbye to this one, unfortunately. The next book is Every Day by David Levithan, and my brother actually read this book, and he said he really liked it, but it was very frustrating. And he kind of, you know, gave me all the spoilers for it, unfortunately, but it was good. He read it. You know, after he kind of told me about it, I was just like, this isn't really a book for me. I think he really liked it. I think that was great. But it didn't sound like a book that I would like, unfortunately. I was really excited when I got it, but I think it's just about, like, I think it's just about this guy that, like, he has a different body every day, different life. I don't know. It doesn't really tell you too much on the cover or on the back cover, which I think is good, but just not interested. The next book you can't really see because it's like white, gosh, how do you, there we go. It's The Iron Daughter by Julie Kagawa, and this is in the Iron Fae series. I read the first book. I think it's called The Iron King. I don't know what it's called because it's been so long. I've had this book forever. And basically it's about this girl, Megan, and her brother gets stolen by fairies, and she finds out that her dad is a fairy, I think her dad's a fairy, and he's like the fairy king, and it kind of has some stuff from Shakespeare, and like, it's a really great first book, and this book is also really great, but I think I just, you know, put it down for too long, for, like, I put this down for like maybe 3 or 4 years, like it's been a really long time, so I just don't think that I'm as interested in this story anymore, but I totally recommend like all these books and that you check them out because, you know, I think most of the problem was that I didn't just sit down and read them, but what are you gonna do now? I don't know. Okay, I only have 2 more books left. This one, if you know me, kind of obvious, Beautiful Creatures by Cami Garcia and Margaret Stoll. The issue I had the most with this book, I watched the movie. It was awful. But, you know, what are you gonna do? Movie, you know, versions of books are usually pretty bad. But the problem I had with this book, I read, I think, like the first few chapters, and I think I got to like page 30 and I still didn't know that the narrator was a boy. I had no idea who was narrating. I just didn't, like, you know, I had no clue, and I don't know how I didn't figure that out, like, I don't know, but there was nothing that I liked about this book except for maybe the writing was good. It wasn't bad writing. I just didn't enjoy the story at all. Like, it just wasn't a story for me. I don't know if I can give it a good summary. Basically, there's like witches, I think. It's been literally so long since I've seen this, but I know that like they have powers, and like it's kind of almost like a switch around of Twilight and set in like the southern states of the United States. I don't know. I'm really bad at summarizing books, but okay, so the last book that I have in this pile is Cruel, and this is actually the only I'm getting Twitter notifications now. This is the only book I've actually finished in this pile. I have finished Cruel by Jennifer Albin. I was so excited when I first saw this. Doesn't this girl look like Kat McNamara from the Shadowhunters? Like, I feel like that looks like Kat McNamara. I know it's not, but it looks like her. I don't know. But this is actually a really, really interesting premise. Basically, there are people in this society, this world, that can weave time and matter or whatever, and it's kind of like this whole thing, and like there's like this like grand master of weaving time, and like the main character like might take over for, I don't know. I know I read this entire book and I don't know, but I just didn't like this book at all. It just was not good. I hate saying I don't like a book because I really want to like all the books that I read, but that doesn't happen every time, so Unfortunately, those are the, I think like what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 books that I'm going to be unhauling and gifting to the world. And hopefully they will find homes where they will be appreciated, because I didn't appreciate them quite as much as they should probably be appreciated. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and recommend me some books. I actually just made an order on Amazon and hopefully I'll be getting those soon, so maybe we'll have a haul. Anyway, I will see you guys next time, and don't forget to like, subscribe, check me out on Wattpad, Instagram, Twitter, all those awesome things, and I will see you guys next Sunday. Bye!